Hi, this is Billy Thomas. You know, over the last few days, America's been mesmerized watching the Olympics in Tokyo. We've been watching it, making sure that people stay healthy and watching to see how many medals we win. And as of this morning, America is doing well. It's great. I love being American in the Olympics. You know, we all were phased, though, the other day when kind of our star, our one that everyone was watching, Simone Biles, made a decision to step away from the games. It was really hard. In fact, I caught myself the next morning. I gasped when I heard the news. But you know, as I sat back and I thought about it, I went back to a tweet she had put out, and there was a lot of talk about this that she had said the day before, that she felt like she had the weight of the world on her shoulders. As those words continued to kind of penetrate into my spirit over the last few days, I realized that there was somebody else that had the weight of the world on their shoulders, and that was Jesus. You know, the truth of the matter is, he really did have the weight of the world on his shoulders when he walked up to that hill, as he carried his cross, as he gave his life for all of our lives. But as I sat there and thought about it, I thought how often we all feel like we have the weight of the world on our shoulders. Every one of us have something that causes that weight. And I guess over the last few weeks, I got to be honest with you, and this is just going to be very open and honest with me. I have very much felt the weight of a lot on my shoulders. I think a lot of it came down to, we're getting ready for General Council, and U.S. Missions is going to have a great booth there, and a decision was made last year. In fact, it was in June of last year. They came to me and said, hey, would the RVers build a tiny house to be the central point of that booth? I was excited. I remember it because it was back in June that I ordered books, and I ordered 3 books because we didn't know what we were doing. And then COVID continued to hit. We didn't know if we were having council or not, and so we couldn't start it. And they had said you can have this amount of money back when money was totally different. In fact, metal went up over 100%, wood went up over 400% during the time we had to wait. My budget didn't. Felt the weight. We had to literally wait until April. It was only in April that we were able to order the trailer, and it took 8 weeks for it to get here. And that tiny house had to be built by the end of July. All of April and May and June, I panicked. I was a mess. I felt everything inside me, like the weight of everything, because here's what I knew. I knew that if it turned out good, everyone else would say, look what we did. I knew if it turned out bad, they would say, look what Billy did. Been a leader long enough, I know how it works. But as I sat back and I looked at it, that trailer finally came in, and I realized that we had to get it done, and we had 3 weeks to complete what's normally a 3-month process. We had to do it with a budget that was way below what we should have been able to use because of all the stuff that we wanted in this trailer. It was no way that it could ever happen. I did a lot of praying. Nerves were a mess. My whole system was a mess. Valerie said I didn't sleep much. And it hit me. I felt like I had the weight of the world on my shoulders. But something hit me when I thought about this, because I thought Simone and Jesus, and then I felt the same thing, and I said there's 3 things I learned about this. I'm going to give it to you really fast. Number 1, if you're going to carry the weight of the world, you have to make a decision. Number 1, are you going to go or are you going to stop? You see, if you're going to go, you become a leader and you do it. If you're going to stop, God has someone else. He has a Sunni lead there waiting to take your place. But if you make the decision to go and you say, okay, fine, I'm going to do it, you need to remember this line. It is a lonely walk when you carry the weight of the world. You're not going to have a lot of kudos. You're not going to have a lot of people saying, good job. You're not going to have anybody saying, good job. You have to walk alone. But number 2, you're going to notice some people that are going to come along that are going to surprise you. Those that you didn't expect are going to pop into the picture and say, hey, listen, we'll carry the load. What happened with Jesus? It's very honest what happened with Jesus. They pulled a man out of the crowd and he helped carry the cross. Joseph of Arimathea provided a tomb. Those people you'd least expect to help you, help you. Those that you thought would help you, they're nowhere to be found. The 3rd thing that you've got to remember is this. Support wanes quickly. In other words, don't expect a lot of support when you're walking that load. Don't expect a lot of it when you're carrying the weight. Don't expect people to come along and say, hey, we're going to help provide a new way. You just have to carry. Now here's the beauty of it all. And Jesus taught us this. He said, if you're willing to carry the weight of the world, It might kill you, but 3 days later, you'll rise again. Think about that for a minute. Some of you are under that weight right now and you feel like, I can't do it anymore. It's been lonely. The support's gone. No kudos. And you're wondering where all those people are that's going to help you. They come. They really do. But you feel like I'm about to die. It's okay. You know why? Because what Jesus taught us was that when you carry the weight of the world, he's going to walk up with you and he'll resurrect you. As I'm encouraging your life today, some of you are carrying that weight. And I want to just tell you the way I'm looking at it. General Council starts on Tuesday. Tuesday to Wednesday, Wednesday to Thursday, Thursday to Friday. And Friday it's over, and the missionary that's getting the tiny house is going to take it. And I won't be doing it anymore. So in other words, I'm calling General Council this year my tomb time. I'm going to be in the tomb. Because 3 days later, God's going to rise again. And you know what's going to happen? I'm going to know in my heart, we got it done. It's okay. And God's going to look at me and say, well done. Today, I just wanted to talk to you for a minute personally and tell you this. If you're carrying the weight of the world, keep carrying it. You're going to get there. If it feels like it kills you, hang on for 3 days. You'll rise again. And then the last thing, remember this. He's the only one that matters when he looks at you and says, well done. Until next time, keep encouraging life.